Welcome to this week's Whiskey Burn, and this week I have this little beaut. Fancy pronouncing that? Well, it's the Auchentoshan. Auchentoshan. It even says it on the back. The Auchentoshan American Oak Triple Distilled. So what are we expecting? This is a Lowlands whiskey. Lowlands tend to be quite lighter. They tend to be kind of more, what's the word, like, I don't want to say classier because that's not really the right word I'm looking for, but Lowlands tends to have a sort of more simpler profile to them, sort of probably an easier drinker perhaps, but the American Oak, smooth and vibrant, first fill and second fill bourbon cask. This is a 700 milliliter bottle, 40%. I'm expecting lots of, I've not read the back, but I'm expecting, because it's Lowland, American fill, I'm expecting coconut, citrus on the nose. On the taste, I'm expecting a bit of coconut, hopefully. And I'm hoping to get the toffiness, the caramels out of this. So I'm hoping for toffee and coconut pie. So let's have a quick open of the box. I've never opened this. Looking forward to this one. I do like my sweet whiskies, which this claims to be. There's your bottle, the stereotypical Auchentoshan bottle, and it simply says on the front, American Oak, smooth and vibrant, single malt, distilled and bottled in Scotland. It is triple distilled. It's one of their things. It's from Glasgow. Doesn't actually have any tasting notes on here at all. On the back it says, here we go. Colour, golden amber. I'd agree. The nose, vanilla, coconut and fresh citrus zest. Taste, smooth but vibrant with vanilla cream, coconut and white peach. Finish, rich toffee with a touch of spice. So, there we go. What do you think of the bottle? It's got 1823 round the top. Simple sticker at the back, simple at the front. It has got some glass embezzlement on here. The 3 stills there. And it says Auchentoshan Distillery. So, let's crack on, shall we? This is where I always end up having to sort of just waffle a bit. So while I'm waffling, like, subscribe, comment on what you think of these videos. Do you want more tasting videos? And big one, this is going out Friday the 12th, or has gone out if you're watching this after that. Saturday the 13th of September, I am going to be down at the Midlands whiskey tasting event. It's in Birmingham. It's Saturday, Sunday, but I'm going to be there on a Saturday. I will look a bit like this. I might have a shave for it, but I will look a bit like this. Maybe toward the end of the day, I might look a bit. Come find me and we'll have a chat. I'll get you on here and we'll talk about our whiskey love. Okay, so I managed to get this one open with its foil top as normal. So, as it said on the box, I'll read it again just so I get it right. Vanilla, coconut and fresh citrus zest. Pretty much it. I'm getting more vanilla and a tiniest bit of coconut, but every time I go back to it, it's changed because the air is getting into it. So, out of the bottle, straight into the glass. Let's have a check of the old colour on that. I'll turn it around so you can see it. So, as it says, a lovely golden colour, but you'd expect that with whiskey, and especially American Oak. Whiskey gets its colour, if it is not coloured, from the barrels. Okay? Something to remember. Something you can impress your friends with at the pub. So, give it a bit of air. Definite coconut in that, which is bizarre because I rarely get coconuts and sort of the peaches. Vanilla. And you can smell like, it's almost like the alcohol's gone. So you need that to settle. I think it was the master distiller Ron Welsh was saying you should give it 20 minutes of airing before you drink it. Don't worry, I've already done a video about 20-minute airing. Go and have a watch of that. It's quite interesting, very interesting. But most people don't have 20 minutes. So I'm wondering if the ice actually will bring out more of the coconut and more of the other smells like the vanilla. Okay, and more citrus actually. Maybe that's what I'm getting. Definitely getting vanilla on that. Really nice. smooth, little kick at the back, quite vanilla-y, tiniest bit of coconut I've got there, and I'd probably say a small finish, short finish. Yeah, that is what I would class as a very easy, neat drink. Not overly expensive. You can probably get these from supermarkets, the Auchentoshan, I believe so. It smells like it says on the tin. So, when I do whiskey tastings, I say to people, you've got different areas. You've got the lips, front of the tongue, back of the mouth, and you finish. And on this, I'm getting a tiny bit at the front, which I assume is the citrus zest. I'm getting a little at the back, and I'm getting the absolute subtle hint of caramel. Slightly creamy, but I'm going to put that down to the triple distilled, because a lot of the Irish whiskey that we've done here on the Whiskey Burn are triple distilled, and it does make for a creamier whiskey. So there we go. That is a little beaut. If you want an easy to go to drink, I can't really say much more than this. The Auchentoshan American Oak, but I knew I'd like it. If anything, I'd say flavours are quite similar to that of the Glenlivet American Oak. Now you're going to go, oh, it's both American Oak casks. They all have their own different ways of actually making whiskey. And this Lowland whiskey here is actually really nice. White peach. I've never had white peach, so I couldn't tell you whether I'm getting white peach or not. Vanilla cream and coconut. So the creaminess, I feel, comes from your triple distillation, which is what Irish whiskey is all about. It's calmed it a bit. More vanilla, more caramel, which is lovely. If you want something relatively simple, not complex, some nice tasting whiskey. Lovely and creamy, even smoother, such a short finish. And from that, I am getting little hints of caramel, so little sparks of caramel and vanilla. Not really getting the coconut as much. I'd say this has calmed it that much that it's taken the coconut away. But stunning. Beautiful Lowlands whiskey, easy drinker, Auchentoshan, the American Oak, smooth and vibrant. I'd agree. There you go. I'd give this quite a high mark, personally. I quite like the bottle. Box, standard, isn't it, really? Not lots of info. Tells you how to pronounce it. Auchentoshan. And it has very sort of simple notes, which is all you want. You know, you don't want something going into 5,000 different tastes, different smells, different finishes. It's just, this is it. Simples. And I really like that. This is a easy, sort of easy drinker. Start your evening. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. I'd probably say better without ice. Maybe some whiskey rocks just to cool it, rather than slightly calm it with the watery ice. But there you go. Auchentoshan American Oak Cask for this week's Whiskey Burn tasting. Make sure you get yourself down to Birmingham tomorrow. I will be there. Not tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, the 13th. I can get my dates right. Get down tomorrow on the 13th. The Whiskey Festival in Birmingham. I'll be there pretty much all day. I'll be wearing my top here. Come and say hello. I'll be doing some tastings. I might do a live hit. Who knows? But come and see me. Great. That's it for this week on the Whiskey Burn. Thanks for joining. Like, comment and subscribe. But that's it. Enjoy your whiskey. Sláinte.